Happy Friday, everyone. Can you believe how fast this week's gone? It is already day 5 of our 7 days of education. So I really hope you've had a great week and you are finding the content so far really helpful and informative. I'm actually working in my office a little bit late tonight. So when I work in the evening, I do tend to try and dim the lights a little bit. And I have my spa music going, and I've even got my diffuser with lavender started up, so that really helps to keep my energy. Here, let me show you my little spot, my little diffuser, if I can get to it. There it is. So yeah, I have my diffuser going. It's just something that really helps get that lavender in the air and keep my energy down, so that when I transition into my bedtime routine, I'm not all jazzed up from working late, and it works really well. So definitely something to consider, ladies, if you do work in your office is at home at night. Try and keep that energy low. So day 5, here we are. We're going to be tackling the almighty weight gain, along with a couple of other pesky symptoms, which we're going to chat about. Dizziness. We just come out of the summer, so did you get an increase in allergies? Did you notice? Or did you have, or do you have any itchy skin or rashes that you struggle with? So those are the things we're going to chat about today. And we're going to dive right into our dreaded weight gain. So ladies, this one is huge. And besides hot flashes, it is probably the most frustrating symptom that we do experience with menopause. Now, this is related to our estrogen loss, because that's going to prompt our fat to redistribute to our bums, our tummies, our thighs, and our hips. And that is what creates the middle-age spread that we dread. But we can't blame it all on menopause, because it is also related to other factors that are just related to aging. Because we do have the hormone fluctuations, and they do elevate, and they do sort of go up and down, that's going to lead to the fat storage for sure. But we also have a loss of muscle mass, and this occurs because of our aging, and we don't exercise as much as we used to. We're not as active as when we were younger. The other culprit, inadequate sleep. Now, many of us really struggle with sleep during menopause, and so poor sleep is definitely directly linked to weight gain. There's been studies on this, so they know that we have to sleep better. And women also often become insulin resistant as they age, which is going to contribute to weight gain. So there's a lot going on, right? And this is why weight gain is a massive thing, because we have multiple factors that we have to consider. So what do we do? How can we prevent weight gain and continue to put that weight on? Well, let's start with nutrition. So we've talked about this before. Let's cut back on those processed carbohydrates. And that would be really anything in a box, like cookies and chips, pasta, white bread. All of those are processed carbs, and that's what's going to go straight to your tummy to create that belly fat. And it's going to create metabolic problems like increased cortisol and insulin resistance. So we need to watch that. We also want to add in fiber. High fiber foods like flax seeds, Brussels sprouts, avocado, maybe broccoli, they all increase, support our insulin sensitivity and promote weight loss. And then add in our protein. So protein keeps us satisfied and full longer, and it also increases our metabolic rate, and also I'm sure you've heard that protein helps with muscle mass. Then we also want to include some dairy in our diet. Any kind of dairy products are going to help support fat loss and help with our muscle mass. And this one's interesting. Drink green tea. I'm going to turn this down. It sounds like it's overtaking. So drink green tea. This is going to help burn some fat, particularly when combined with some resistance training. And it's also a great antioxidant. So if you want a little bit of kick of caffeine without the coffee, green tea is great for that. Now let's move over to our self-care. We need to work out. We need to move. I know I don't like it either, but it's strength training. It's not like running for miles, and it's not doing that killer boot camp. We just need to increase our resistance training to get some muscle mass. And yoga or walking, because that's going to be great for when we need to rest and relax, because we need to get more sleep to keep our hormones balanced and our appetite controlled. And then we need to think about mindful eating. We need to improve our relationship with food, because I think a lot of us don't eat enough, or if we do eat, we eat the wrong things. So we need to work on mindful eating. So in a nutshell, mindful eating means eating more friendly foods, drinking more water, and really trying to be aware of the calories that we're putting into our body, the nutrition, and also start moving more. Like I say, these are changes that you need to make long term. It's also best to focus on your health rather than the number on the scale. Don't let that number on the scale dictate your mood, your self-sabotage. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle by exercising, getting enough sleep, focusing on your balanced diet, and eating mindfully can help you look and feel your absolute best during menopause and beyond. So it's a layered approach. It's not just one fix when it comes to weight gain. So have you found yourself ever feeling lightheaded, off kilter, unbalanced, disoriented, weak, woozy, or dizzy? So these are sensations that may last just a few seconds at a time, or you may get episodes of dizziness or even vertigo. I don't know if you've ever had vertigo. It is really challenging. It's not pleasant, and it's very upsetting and disruptive to your daily routine. So what causes dizziness? Well, any one of the balance control systems, your eyes, inner ears, your sensory nerves, when they're not working optimally, there is a very high risk or potential of dizziness or vertigo. So if two or more of these symptoms are not working, or if the brain cannot process these signals properly, you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to have some dizziness. And of course, hormonal changes can affect the body's balance control systems, as well as cause or even contribute to other symptoms that can then create your vertigo or dizziness. So what are some of the symptoms that are that connect to the dizziness? Well, hot flashes, migraines, anxiety. If you have low blood pressure or low blood sugar, or if you just have any heart palpitations, they can also contribute. But the good news is dizziness during menopause can definitely be controlled with a couple of simple steps. So as you've always heard through all this series, lifestyle changes, we need more fluid in our bodies, we need more nutrition, we can't be dehydrated. So correcting these issues are definitely going to help reduce our dizziness. You got to add in more fruits and veg to your diet, right? So in addition to being rich in nutrients, fruits and veggies are going to contain plenty of water, which is going to help you stay hydrated. So if you're not great at drinking that water, eat the water. Exercising, targeting the upper body and head, as well as eye exercises, can help improve your vision, but they're also going to be really helpful in improving your balance and reducing dizziness. Also take a look at some triggers. Like, what are some of the things that are causing your episode of dizziness? Are they triggered by things like standing up too fast? If you're eating too much salt, or smoking, not getting enough sleep? So if you can avoid these kind of triggers, then dizziness and vertigo can also be managed better that way too. So let's check in on allergies. So again, because we have some hormonal imbalance during menopause, it does accelerate histamine production, which can create either new allergies or magnify old ones. So you may discover that you are allergic to things that you actually never had a problem with before, because hormones are so closely linked to the body's immune system. And so when your estrogen does that big wobble, it can also affect the body's response toward allergy and inflammation. And this is generally held in check by progesterone. But during menopause, when the levels of progesterone are low, you could potentially see things like asthma, allergies, even hay fever. They can either appear or even get worse. So the menopausal allergies are actually, like we say, caused by the hormonal shifts. They should pass. Just make some changes to your diet and lifestyle. You can also benefit to reduce the intensity of the allergic flare-ups, especially if you know what the triggers are again. So once again, hydration is important. Increase your fluids, because drying of the mucous membranes, which can contribute to that stuffy nose and that thickness in the head, that generalized feeling of a thick head, can really, adding more water can really help flush that out. And avoid allergens. So if you know there are certain triggers that make allergies worse, for me it's cats. Believe it or not, I have 7. I swear though, during menopause I have not had any allergic reactions to the cats, and I've been allergic to them my whole life. So maybe I've just been inundated and my body just gave up trying to fight it. So let's go over to itchy skin and rashes. So itchy skin is a common problem during menopause, and maybe you've noticed itchiness on your face, your body, or even your genitals. For me, it's my head. I'm always scratching my head. And hormonal changes during menopause can cause a range of skin complaints, which of course is related to your hot flashes and those sweats. They can create the itchiness as well. And because of the vital role of our trusty estrogen friend who likes to wreak havoc on everything, including our skin health, it's just during menopause that these levels of estrogen begin to decline. And that's why estrogen is so important for our skin health, and because it helps keep the skin's moisture. It stimulates the production of our natural oils and collagen. Now, collagen is a protein that maintains the strength and elasticity of our skin. So when we decrease our estrogen, it means that there's going to be a decrease in our natural oils and also in the collagen. And then that is going to cause the skin to become drier and thinner than it was before menopause. And that's when you can get that itchy feeling. So skin is definitely going to, or at least this change in our skin is going to be affected, and we're going to potentially see drier skin than we ever had before, maybe some rashes, maybe some reddened skin, or even some small bumps that you can get on the surface of the skin. So you can also get genital itching, and that's reduced levels of estrogen mean that you're going to get potentially vaginal problems that could either appear or get worse. You can certainly notice vaginal itching more often. And actually this vaginal itching is called vulvar pruritus. This type of itching may also occur if you are experiencing vaginal dryness. And we've already talked about vaginal dryness, so they do come part and parcel together. To avoid a little bit of the vaginal irritation, try and avoid the soaps, really high perfumey soaps or laundry detergents. So when you get sort of a new skincare routine or make some lifestyle changes, I think you're going to see some improvements there. There are also some great home remedies that relieve itchiness during menopause. You can use a cool compress. Apply a cool wet compress to the itchy area. It can really help immediately soothe the irritation. If you cover the area with a damp towel, even overnight, it could be particularly helpful if the itching is disturbing you during the sleep. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but you can take an oatmeal bath. Bathing in colloidal oatmeal can actually help alleviate itchy skin. And colloidal oatmeal is oatmeal that's basically been ground into a fine powder form. And if you suspend this colloidal oatmeal powder into the water, it enables your skin to absorb the cellulose and the fiber contained within the oats. It absorbs it really easily. And these substances then can soften and soothe the skin. Use the colloidal oatmeal, which is found online or in a pharmacy. Put it in a warm bath. Avoid using that sort of hot toasty bath, because that hot water is going to make your itchiness worse. And definitely moisturize. Moisturize the skin after a bath or a shower. It's going to lock in your moisture into the outermost layer of the skin. Do it while your skin's still wet before you dry completely, because that's going to help alleviate the dryness which can associate with itching. Use a perfume-free moisturizer if you can, that's designed for dry and sensitive skins, such as aloe vera or even coconut oil. They're great for skin soothing properties. So yeah, just when you're coming out of the shower, then just dampen, dap yourself dry and then put the moisturizer on immediately. So that's it for today. We just whipped through that. If you have any comments and questions, as per always, please feel free to put them in the comment section below. If you have any other things that you wanted clarified regarding those symptoms. But otherwise, take care. We'll talk tomorrow on day 6. Bye now.